Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to be using a face full of Wet n Wild and I'm very excited. I'm wanting to do this for a minute. Let's get into this look. I've done my skin prep hours ago, but it is the evening now. This is like so unlike me, but I'm gonna use primer water. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their Rose Prime water, and I'm just gonna kind of set my face. It smells like rose water. It's super nice. You can prepare, you can fix, and you can refresh. I was thinking to myself, I was like, if I reset my face, like fully go in and reset everything, because I was supposed to film this hours ago, I was like, here's what's gonna happen. I have to wash my face and I'm gonna have to wash it again because it's like evening, so let's just like keep less is more sometimes. Okay, we're actually going to be using this mirror. It's actually kind of dirty, but I got this off of TikTok shop like last summer, so we'll use this mirror. I'm just trying to keep everything in this video very like relatable price wise, because that's the vibe. So we're gonna go in with this foundation. This is the Photofocus foundation in matte. I have it in cream beige, so 369C is the color I'm going to be using. It comes in a package like this. The applicator, I'm just going to be putting this on the back of my hand. I'm using a brush to like apply the product, so we're just going to be dabbing her in like that, taking her all over the face. This product does, I would say, add texture. So I'm not going to be using a lot of it, just a light layer, and making sure that it's really evenly blended. Okay, next, I was trying to think of like what good product I have that's like a concealer, but this is not one of my favorite products. I have this Maybelline one. I think it's $11, so I guess price point wise this would be out. This is like $13. I can't imagine Wet n Wild having something that's like this expensive, so we're gonna go with this Essence, which is my least favorite concealer, but for the sake of this video we're just going to do that. And we'll just blend this out. Oh, what color is that? That's a great question. I do not know. Give me 1 second. Okay, how do we feel about this? Actually, not bad. Not bad at all. Looks really good, like in terms of like even texture, and very impressed. Now I will say, if you use a lot of this, it will look like you don't want it to look. So use this with a light hand, especially if you're not a baby, especially if you're not in your 20s, or if you are in your 20s and you have textured skin, light application. Next, we're gonna go in with this contour stick, which has been through it. Not hard to do. The packaging is really flimsily made, but the product is really creamy. The product is just like good. So, although I will say it might be expired. And it comes out like this too. This is the contour stick. Contour the lips. This I think is like $3.99, or it was. This is in the color Where's Walnut. Also, so sorry. This found concealer shade is in That's Amazing. Also, it's made in Poland. I had no idea. But yeah, this shade, it's not on here. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna blend now. We're gonna blend. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it did blend out really well. Look at that. See, they have such good products, you guys. actually very impressed. And I think the star of the show, honestly, was going in with this rosewater first. I usually skip this and just use my skincare, but I also have not reached for this in a really long time. Nor have I reached for this. But the fact that I put this on and I'm actually like loving how these are both setting on my face says a lot about this. Okay? Okay? This is kind of a vibe. I had no idea. I had no idea. Next step, oh yeah. This is also a really great product. This bronzer from Wet n Wild. It's a powder bronzer. It's the Sunset Striptease. I think I repurchased this, or maybe I didn't, but I've had this for a minute. And I do not regret buying that, obviously. We're gonna set that contour and just like put some bronzer on and just sort of like add some bronze to the face. I'm actually loving how this is setting. Like I'm as surprised as I'll ever be, I guess. Like what? Okay, next we're gonna use this. This is a very pigmented palette from Wet n Wild's. Perfect for fall. Perfect for fall. Look at these colors. Look at this color story, everyone. Like, excuse me, it looks like Thanksgiving. It's giving Thanksgiving. It's so cute. Okay. Clearly I've had a long day. Yeah, I really have had a long day. We don't have to talk about it. Okay, so this, we're going in with the brown, the deepest, darkest brown. And we are going to tap that girl like that because she pigmented. She will not play. Like, let me, I'm like look at that. That's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like we should do like a full eye look. Maybe. Okay, like look at her. She's just like, hey, like look, that's just one wash with a little tap tap, and we're off. We're going. Okay, next we're gonna do a cut crease because they did give us a transition color. It's gonna be like this rust color. We're gonna do a cut crease. Girl, this is the wrong brush for that, and that. Yes it is. But I'm committed. I'm committed to the bit. Oh my gosh. So this is not funny. This is terrible. This is so sad. Should I even share that? Anyway, there was this girl on TikTok. You gotta be careful. Like I do too. We all gotta be careful in this dating world. This girl, I will try and find her handle. It was the craziest story. So it was nuts. It was wild. Basically she was like crying. I think she lives, well, I'm not gonna say where she lives, but she was crying on a stoop, and she also is on a dating website, and this guy reached out to her and she thought that she had, like, he DM'd her, and she for some reason thought that he, like, the more that when I say it out loud I'm like, could we have vetted a little bit more, but it's okay. So he found her via DM, okay? And basically this man took her out on a date. I think they went on 2 dates, 2 whole dates. And she thought that he was on Hinge and that he had found her via Hinge. Turns out this man, he tells her, he admits, he goes, actually, I saw your TikTok and then I found your Instagram. And then I DM'd you to ask you out. And she was like, oh, that's actually kind of sweet. Instead of like red flag, she just was like, okay. And I mean, girl, give it a chance. It's life. Then this man proceeds to tell her that he actually lost a lot of respect for her. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for even dating him because of that's apparently how he found her. It's like, and he ghosted her. There are no words. So just, I guess we're gonna go with this color right here. We're just gonna be, and we're gonna do this like in the corner. We're gonna be a little bit more selective with, if any man comes into your DMs, I do consider that a red flag. Girls not so much. Like girls are just like most of the time pretty chill and honest about like friendship, but like guys trying to like talk to you via DM, run. Run. I've never met a normal man who will do that. We're going in with the golds. I'm kind of just like putting that on the outer, and I think we're gonna go in like this rusty color and put it on the end here like that. we can go in with this rusty color on the bottom lash. Saw that story today. Like, she made a video and I was just like floored. They have this is actually my theory, and I don't really, there's no backing for it, but I always, like, when you find out how people meet, and then you, like, when I was a little kid growing up, you know, parents would be divorced, like friends, and like some of their parents would have met their new partner at like a bar. I don't think that's a good sign ever. To each their own, but I do not recommend. I've not seen anything good come from that ever. So DMs, probably not. Bars, also probably not, because typically that's a sign of like a habit. Let's do mascara. I don't have any liner from them, but I do have mascara, so we're gonna use the Mega Length mascara. And yeah, let me know in the comments what your dating tips are for the girls, because I don't even know. Most of my friends have met all of their people from online. I hate the idea of online. I just feel like online dates are so annoying for a few reasons. Like, you have to message them. You have to message them back and forth. You have to vet them out. You have to talk to them. Have full-on conversations. Then go out with them and have full-on conversations. Some people are just boring. And honestly, half of the fun of like going on a date is the conversation you have in person. The conversation you're having online is like, it's just not fluid, you know? It's not like real, because they're checking in at one time, you're checking in at another time. It's just not a vibe. Ever. I'm gonna be honest. And like, the other thing about dating is that it's a full-time job. If you are like, okay, let me tell you a little secret. All of my friends who are married made a mental note, a decision. They made a decision and they said, I am getting married. I am dating to get married. Whether or not they voiced that out loud, that was their mindset. And they put the work in, honey. They put a lot of work in. I'm talking like happy hour. They were going to find these men. They all found their men. So if you're in your 20s and you're looking to get married, you need to put the work in. That is what I noticed. I rarely meet people who just found their husband. But ironically, I was under the impression that you go to college to find your spouse, because that's how my parents met. That's how my aunt met her husband. That's how my cousins met their husband. Like, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, same school, same situation. I went to the same school, not the same situation. I only was there for a quarter though, to be honest. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I just thought TikTok really was like, ooh, girl, I don't know how to help. I'm no help. I think the dating scene is scary. Scary. If you're single, don't feel bad. These girls and these men, because they ask men, there's like men who admit that they literally, to find a wife, they just decide one day that they want to go find a wife, and then they do. And that's why there are so many men who act like they hate their wives, because they do in fact hate their wives. Not all of them. There are great men out there. But the men who act like their wife is a burden, or like they don't like being home with their kids, or like they make their wife a single mom, like there's a lot to not envy about being married. So take that for what it is. Also, like, wow, I guess I'm just talking about marriage and dating. But yeah, that's basically what I noticed. Now, if you met your person organically, that's amazing. I think it can happen. I want it to happen, but my other theory is a little bit Debbie Downer. It's like, what if your person, like your person that you organically were supposed to meet, already met their person because of online, and it was like a destiny swap? Do you ever think about that? We've done the mascara. We have a few options for blush. But like this has been my theory since 2008. Like I've had this theory for a while. Like we had like plentyoffish.com, which was gross. You didn't use that for serious dating. What did we have that was like serious? It was Match. Was that serious dating? I'm sure we had something else. But like also you hear horror stories of like women back in the 90s. You would hear stories of like people just like meeting people, leaving their families, going and living their best life with their new person. Random little rant. Okay, so these are the Mega Glow sticks. They're blush sticks. And then we have this liquid one. I'm gonna say no to this. I feel like these might be a little bit not in the best shape right now, so I don't think they're gonna perform well. So I'm not gonna do that to them because I don't think that's fair. I think these might be a little bit past their due date, okay? Like, I didn't use them in time. Maybe I could like, I have this theory where I'm like, what if I just rub them? Like, look at that color, it's so pretty. This is the color Floral Majority, color Dusty Pink. So that's them. I mean, this would be such a pretty eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that before? Those are really pretty, and this is how they blend out. We've made up our mind. We're not using that. We're gonna use this Mega Glow Lip and Cheek color. So it's a tint. There is a weird scent to this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wonder what is gonna be making it into this video because I just said some crazy shit about dating. But yeah, no, like that's the thing though. Like you will feel like you are not on the right path maybe because like everybody's married, but like then I want you to do this other thing where you pay attention to how these people are being treated by their spouses. And I guarantee you, the happiest women tend to be statistically single women. And I'm not saying that, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying that you should be very picky. You should know your worth. You should know what you're willing to settle with, what you're not. You should know your goals, live your life, and don't ignore the red flags. They'll be there. They'll be there like blaring red flags. And you'll be like, how did I not see this? Because like sometimes you just love people. This is that. This is that. Other thing that I love. Okay, so like I'm gonna be piling on a lot of blush products because I just have to share. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Blush Highlighter. It's so pretty. They have two. There's like a sunset one that's more orangey, and this one that's more berry. We're gonna go with the berry as the powder. I really like it. The highlight on this is amazing too. Then my other favorite little, this one. Like, I'm obsessed. We're gonna put some on the nose. All that to say, don't feel bad. Don't settle. Don't feel bad, don't settle, and don't answer weird boys' DMs online, ladies. Don't do it. Okay, this is the highlighter. So pretty. We're just gonna put her here. I'm sorry. This is all Wet n Wild products. Crazy. Okay, she does grab, the highlighter does grab texture. Okay, just letting you know. We have this one, which is like a little bit more sunsetty. I'm just going all in. We're just doing all of it, all the things. Where did I go in with this? It's like a dupe for the brow definer stick from Anastasia Beverly Hills, with literally like $5 or less. That's much better, I think. Do we notice any? I know you're supposed to do it before, but I'm doing it after. Wait. I mean, I think it did something. Oh, look, she's so cute. I like rarely use this. I will not find a better brow gel on the market at the drugstore other than Essence Make My Brow. Oh my gosh, this stuff though, so good. And I don't have like a Wet n Wild lip product, but I do have an e.l.f. price equivalent, the Cream Glide Lip Liner. We're gonna go for this one in Cocoa. This is shaping up to be quite a nice look. It's a lip, I guess this is a lip product from Wet n Wild, and it does stay old. Like when you put this on, it stays all day, honey. It's not moving. She's gonna stain your lips. I'm gonna use a third product that is also e.l.f. Okay. We just use this Jam Session lip oil from Wet n Wild. Okay, we're not done yet. We're gonna use this finishing powder. It's powder as needed. She's already a matte product though. The texture is not terrible. Ooh, this is actually quite nice. This all turned out so well. I was really nervous. I was actually really nervous. Well, there's one product I did not use, and I guess it's good that I didn't. I tried to depuffer, but like it's nighttime. I'm not gonna need this like I would. I'm not gonna need this like I would in the morning. But also, like, I feel like this, you can fix, you can refresh, and you can repair. So let's put this on. I really like how everything is like settling though. Super calming, kind of like a meditative scent. Really cool. I think I'm gonna be using this a lot more actually, like, especially like, actually, I really like this. This is supposed to be a dupe for something. I don't remember. I'll insert somewhere. But yeah, okay, everyone, this is my favorite. This is my face full of Wet n Wild and a few other products, but like, I mean, I'm actually impressed. And these days, that is hard to do. Because I used what I use, right? So I'm just pulling from the stash of things that I already had, and I forgot how great these items are. Like, yes. The one downside I would say, are there any downsides to saving money? I don't think so. But the only downside I would say is like the packaging, right? Like, look at that. But at the same time, like, great products. They work really well. I really like it. And if you want some cute quads, these colors are very, like, the color story is pretty straightforward, right? You have base color, transition color, and toppers. Amazing. And I think this was like under $5. What more can you ask for? You got this cheek and lip tint. Like, really, so good. So yeah, I was all over the place in this video, like literally talking crazy topics. I don't know what to say about that. I'm sorry. I should probably apologize. That's everything. That's kind of the look. I had fun talking about what I talked about, talking about like dating and the expectation and like kind of red flags. What are the red flags? What are your red flags when you're dating? Put them in the comments. Do you want me to list my red flags? Do you want me to list mine? I could. Okay, so my red flags are, should I share this? Because like, that is also, anyway, anything can be used against you, I guess. But the first thing is that, I guess I could tell you a story. So there was this one guy that I really, we went out for a few dates, and I thought, this was a while ago. This was like so long ago. This was like a while ago at this point. So I can tell you, but when I was in my 20s, this is one of the dates that I went on. Super nice guy, great, straightforward conversation online. We both were more on the front of like just wanting to meet in person, which I, like that. But by the second date, he ordered for me. He invited himself to a concert that I was going to with my best friend. And he let me know that he didn't binge watch Netflix, which you wouldn't think that's like a red flag. But I asked this question, and I'm so glad that I did. I said, okay, so like, if you're not into watching a lot of episodes, but I'm like obsessed with the TV show, what if I'm watching it? Would you let me? And he said no. And I was like, oh shit, we're done. Also, the hat test, which is like, I'm glad I learned early, but like The second you get used to a guy with a hat, and then they take off the hat, and it's a completely different face. It's like dating a guy with a beard, them shaving the beard. Excuse me, that is a stranger. What? And I'm sure that's how men feel with makeup, maybe. But I feel like women, like, the bare bones of what a woman looks like is there, right? But a hat changes your face, a beard changes your face, makeup enhances your face, and yes, you can do lots of things with makeup, but anyway, those were my red flags that I heeded that advice. But I did, this is back in the day, did look him up, and he had a type, and I was his type, and he dated somebody who looks very similar to me after that. So it wasn't anything to do with me. Some men also just have a type, and they will just insert that woman, that type, into the picture. So that's like what I've noticed. Notice how your friends are happy or not. Notice how hard they had to work at having what they have. And if you want to put in that work, go for it. If you're single, enjoy it. I honestly think that there's so much freedom in being single. You can pick up, you can go anywhere you want for the most part. I also learned a new fact. All of you corporate girlies, if you're single, get a ring. Apparently, they leave you alone. Like, the women and the men. They just respect you. And apparently they don't respect single women. So there's like a whole thing that I'm like learning as I'm getting older. But yeah, for sure. Get that ring, even if it's fake. And yeah, what a random ass video. But that's where I'm at today, sharing all of my sage advice. I don't know if it's sage advice, but yeah, don't date a guy from a bar. If you meet a guy at a bar, ask him what his routine is. Like, is this like a regular thing that you're doing? Because usually, and I don't want to like, it's like a gateway to like deeper problems. Also, men who were like, I really want to have kids with you. Are you an ambitious woman? He might just be trying to trap you. A lot of men switch it up after they get ya. Married, house, whatever. Always have a source of income. Yes, always have a source of income. Never depend on a man. Yeah, unless it's your dad for finances. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. Anyway, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I hope you go check out Wet n Wild. I hope you go get some stuff from Wet n Wild because it's good shit. Moroki, name that movie. And I will see you in the next one.